Throughout the Bible, we read about kings, some who followed God faithfully and others who strayed from his commands. But among them were a few extraordinary kings whose leadership, faith, and actions left a lasting legacy. Let's explore the 5 most powerful kings in biblical history and their incredible stories. 1. David, the shepherd, king with a heart for God. David began as the youngest of Jesse's sons, a humble shepherd boy. But God saw his heart and chose him to be king. David's bravery was clear when he defeated Goliath with a sling and a stone. As king, he unified Israel, established Jerusalem as the nation's capital, and brought the Ark of the Covenant back to the city. He wasn't perfect. His life was marked by great sin and repentance. But his love for God and dedication to worship made him a king after God's own heart. His psalms still inspire millions today. 2. Solomon, the builder of God's temple. Solomon, David's son, was blessed with unmatched wisdom. When he became king, he asked God not for wealth or power, but for understanding to govern his people. Pleased with his request, God granted him wisdom, riches, and honor beyond measure. Under Solomon's reign, Israel experienced a golden age of peace and prosperity. He built the magnificent temple in Jerusalem, a dwelling place for God's presence. However, Solomon's later years were marred by compromises, showing us the importance of staying faithful to God's commands. 3. Josiah, the boy king who brought revival. Josiah became king of Judah at just 8 years old. Despite his young age, he had a heart fully devoted to God. During his reign, the Book of the Law was rediscovered in the temple, sparking a nationwide spiritual revival. Josiah led efforts to destroy idols, reinstate proper worship, and renew Israel's covenant with God. His reforms turned the nation back to righteousness, even in a time of spiritual decay. Josiah's faith and zeal for God made him a shining light in Judah's history. 4. Hezekiah, the king who trusted God. Hezekiah's reign came during one of Judah's most challenging periods. Facing the powerful Assyrian army, Hezekiah turned to God in prayer instead of relying on military strength. In response, God miraculously delivered Jerusalem, with an angel wiping out the Assyrian forces overnight. Hezekiah also initiated reforms, reopening the temple, restoring sacrifices, and leading the nation back to God. His story teaches us the power of unwavering trust in God, especially in the face of impossible odds. 5. Jehoshaphat, the worshipful warrior king. Jehoshaphat was known for his faith in God during times of war. When Judah was surrounded by enemy nations, he didn't panic. Instead, he organized a choir to lead the army, praising God in worship. As they sang, God caused confusion among the enemies, and they destroyed each other without Judah lifting a sword. Jehoshaphat also worked to teach God's law throughout Judah and bring peace to the land. His reign was a testament to the power of worship and dependence on God. These kings weren't perfect, but they remind us that true power and success come from following God's ways. Whether through bravery, wisdom, prayer, or worship, they demonstrated how faith can change a nation. Who's your favorite king from the Bible and why? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more inspiring stories.